107.5 GCI, the Shy's #1 for hip hop and R&B. Kyle, Kendra G, and Leon. We are the Chicago Morning Takeover. Don't forget Big Jam, December 30th at the United Center.
Jam.
Tickets $21 at WGCI.com. Starring Chris Brown, Uzi Vert, Rick Ross, Joe Gotti, and more. Okay. All right, we've been telling you we got a guest coming up in the studio, and our guest is finally here, looking amazing.
Yes, Demetria McKinney's in the building.
Hey.
I came through with bars so I can get on now. I can flow.
You can flow? Okay, you gotta prove it then. You said you can flow? Go ahead, give us something.
It's just as long as Killer Kane don't come out. I mean, if you can flow where Killer Kane does not come out.
Do you need an instrumental to flow?
I need an instrumental. I need a track. I need some
we need a beat, man. Let's get that.
Do it. Beatbox.
Let's get that.
A beatbox. Okay.
Let's get that Quiet
Now
Storm
she's a singer, so
I'm a singer.
Okay, she's a singer, so this is gonna be new for me to hear you rapping.
Oh, you really want me to do that?
Oh, okay.
No. I'll tell you what. Before we get into that, why don't we just get everybody familiar with everything that you have going on and what you're doing and just who you are.
Yes.
All right. Well, I am the person who had the habit on House of Pain.
Hilarious.
I played that. I've done Superstition currently, starring opposite Mario Van Peebles, Brad James. I've done Chicago Med. What it do, you guys? And most recently, I was on the Bobby Christina biopic as Whitney Houston.
Yes, and that was and also last night, most recently, she was on the Fantasia tour.
Yeah.
Opening up for Fantasia.
Nice.
So before we get into Whitney Houston, let's talk about that. You're on tour of Fantasia right now.
Man.
How is that?
It's amazing. Fanny, she's so sweet. She's been loving on me in such a way. It's such a sisterhood already.
Right.
And every time I've seen her, she's always been very gracious, very cool. But when you get in that space with certain people, sometimes, they don't like to share their sandbox.
Right.
You've been friends, you've been cool, but they snatch their hula hoop back and they like, you can't touch it. She's been very, very welcoming.
That's what's up.
We don't even think about those things, like, in the industry, how even within it's competitive, because you're saying some women don't want to share the shine because maybe they're nervous. Because the one thing about Demetria, you got to sing before you leave. She could sing.
Yeah.
She could sing.
Thank you.
So you have to prove it to Chicago, though.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
With the show with Fantasia, so what's your role in the show? Like, you're doing more than just background singing, I'm assuming.
No, she's opening up.
Right. This is what I mean.
And the thing is, a lot of times when they bring you out, it'll be like, all right, you cute, you can have like 5 minutes, then I need you to move. No, it's like 30 to 45 minutes.
Nice.
That she's allotted to me.
Let me ask you a question. So as a comedian, we go through this all the time. If you're the feature act, you kind of respect the headliner.
You have
to. And that in turns, headliners will have you come out more with them. So you saying that dynamic between you and her, you guys kind of respect each other? Like, she doesn't mind having talent on the show because that makes the show better, and you don't go out there trying to steal the show from her neither, right?
Well, #can't.
Okay.
Fantasia is her own entity.
Okay.
And when you meet a woman who is that comfortable and confident in herself, not cocky, not conceited, but comfortable and confident.
Right.
And she respects who I am attempting to be. She respects me as a person and as a woman as well. And I think that uplifting spirit is something that she was just kind of born with and can't shake, whether she wants to or not.
Yeah.
But yes, it is important to respect the house. I was telling her last night, I was like, she got on stage and it's crazy because I'll be out there, I'll be signing autographs, life will be good. I'm living La Vida Loca, Soon as I hear them press play, I'm talking about you can hear the record scratch. Dee leaves and goes in and takes her position to go and support the woman who has her out here with her.
No doubt. Demetria McKinney is here hanging out with us, Chicago. I want to come back and learn a little bit more about you and what else you got going on. You're out here acting and stuff, too.
Yeah, man.
All right. Right now, we got to get into this Gucci Man Amigos. Here's Get the Bag. It's GCI. 107.5 GCI, the Shy's #1 for hip hop and R&B. Kyle, Kendra G, and Leon. We are the Chicago Morning Takeover. Demetria McKinney hanging out with us, fresh off the Fantasia show last night. It's a special show, too, right? Holiday themes and all of that?
Yes. Now, here's the thing. So this all happened, like Patti LaBelle, it happened so suddenly. It was supposed to be Mally Music. And for whatever reason, God said, you know what? I'm going to drop Demetria in this space. So Demetria don't do a whole bunch of Christmas jingles. So I figured I would be kind of the pre-party and get that thing kind of crunky, a little bit of twerking, a little bit of whatever. And then she can come in and she can jazz it up and bring up the holiday spirit after. So
didn't they say Mally Music slept with Jennifer?
That's what I'm saying. He got a little controvery going on.
You didn't realize, like, allegedly that's the person Jennifer Hudson cheated on her fiance with.
I heard.
So maybe that's why the whole thing changed up to me.
I know not acting.
That's hilarious.
Like, you know, whatever happens is for you and it's not for you, and, you know, kind of things just kind of revolve that way.
Right.
doubt.
I want to get you. Let's talk about the Bobby Christina biopic. You played Whitney Houston. How did that come about? Because, you know, to play Whitney and then you actually sang.
Yeah.
How was that?
Scary as all heck. Can I say heck?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You cannot say heck. Yeah.
It was
hell.
it was phenomenally scary. It was something I'd always wished for, but you got to be careful about what you ask for, because once you get it, you don't know.
Right.
You know, I wanted to do it because I wanted to pay homage, I wanted to pay tribute, and I wanted to tell her story as the human being that she was. Now, I forgot that a lot of people was gonna look at this. Some people who knew Whitney, some people who knew Nippy,
Right.
some people who were related, you know, and I really had to take all of that into account in the portrayal of her. So it was a scary moment, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you get any
Same time.
backlash?
I didn't, surprisingly. You know, Black Twitter will let you know. And I didn't get any backlash, which was great.
That's good.
Demetria,
Yeah.
Can I ask you to sing now? You
Yeah.
can sing whatever you want to sing.
Yeah, I got this story.
Okay, wait. Ryan's saying to wait. So Chicago, let me tell you. I know you. We gotta take a break. But when we
Yeah.
come back, she already agreed to bless our ears this morning. But you gotta stay tuned in to check her out.
And you said you had a story you wanted to tell. We'll come back and get that soon. All right. Right now, let's get into this Kanye and Kid Cudi. His father stretched my hands. It's GCI. 107.5 GCI, the Shy's #1 for hip hop and R&B. It's the 5-footer Kyle, definitely in the building. Kendra G, Leon Rodgers,
Yeah, no.
Demetria McKinney's been hanging out with us. Such a lovely spirit in the hill. On
Trying to
this Wednesday
convert us
morning.
heathens.
Y'all too,
Yeah.
honey.
We was behind the scenes getting our praise on. But Demetria promised that she would sing for us on the radio. So you can sing any song that you want to sing. It don't gotta be the whole song, but
I mean, I want to do a duet.
oh, do it. Okay.
What we doing?
Do your thing.
I don't know.
Freestyle.
I
Yeah.
feel like-
So Kyle's gonna
Improv
do a duet with you.
Well, you take
Come on,
the
I'll
lead.
give y'all the
I
beat.
did.
Come on.
All right. You go ahead with the lead.
Come on, man.
Oh,
White
it's like
people.
5
White
minutes.
people.
Okay, wait.
White people.
no.
Get with me. The light-skinned people follow the brother with
Nah,
soul.
no, you start. Let's go.
Yeah, all right. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Ooh.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Woke up, yeah,
Boom, 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 boom.
feeling like I could do it all. Got up, yeah,
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
to get on this here microphone with Triple K.
Yeah. Triple K. I like
Y'all
it.
ain't think I could do that yet?
I want you, woman, and I need you in my life. Oh, when you talk to me,
I like it.
I feel so alive. So alive. So alive.
You better let the
So alive.
Yeah, the spirit took him over, yo.
Barack Obama, Barack Obama, Barack Obama, Barack Obama.
Demetria McKinney, man. Your voice is crazy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bananas with the range.
Yeah, no
Thank
doubt.
you,
No
man.
doubt.
You
No
too.
doubt.
As a classically trained singer myself, I do notice
My
a lot of
God.
times when I don't get my tea in the morning, I can't really get all the way up to the octaves that I need.
But you push through though.
Thank
you
Yes.
push through very
So
well.
with the
sir.
help
Yeah.
of the Lord.
And, oh,
Now, Leon caught the spirit on that one. That was
Yeah,
a good
I
one.
I mean, yeah,
No
he
doubt.
said, I was like, oh, okay, he took it all the way.
You know, I always thought what amazes me about singers, and I've had the pleasure of opening for Patti LaBelle, and one day I watched her in an arena. It was the Maryville, the Star Plaza in Maryville, holds about 4,000 people. She literally stepped away from the mic and started singing, and asked the people could they hear her upstairs. And they was like, yes, we hear you, Patty. And right then, I was just like, you all have amazing tools. Like, what is your regimen? How do you take care of your voice? Because, what's some tips you give to singers that are out there? How do you take care of your voice?
You know, everybody has to find the thing that works for them. But for me, it's been understanding that my instrument is used all the time. Okay? People who play the drums, they go, they sit up, they
That's it.
and then they gone.
Yeah.
Right.
The way I use it, the way I talk, the way I sing, the way I whisper, if I'm coughing, if there's smoke, all of that stuff affects it. If I don't get enough sleep and my eyes cocked to the left like this, it affects everything, And then the bigger thing for me as an artist or performer in itself is that I've had to learn to just let the hell go, have fun. When you take yourself too seriously, but you don't love what you do, you have to have that balance. If you take yourself seriously, you love what you do, it can be a little bit hard. because I'm a Virgo, so I'm really hard on myself anyway. So if I get up there and I'm acting real stiff, it's gonna be a fool. I let go. Just let go.
You know what? What do you think about, because you obviously love to sing, it's your passion, but then the business comes in play. Like, I want to get the AMAs. You did Whitney Houston for Bobby Christina, but then the AMAs, Christina Aguilera was selected to do the Whitney tribute. What was your thoughts on that?
Christina Aguilera is a phenomenal vocalist, okay? And I think that people forget that it is a vocal talent. It is a gift that has to be nurtured, one. And it's used every day, And on top of that, Whitney ain't easy to do. It's not an easy thing. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. You can't. It's a lot of different nuances that you have to have, and when you're trying to sound more like her and less like yourself, that space can get really, really confusing.
Right.
So anybody who doesn't understand that, she gave it a good college try.
Okay.
We have to remember it's not easy. One, and yes, she's proven that she can sing.
Okay.
So what's the end goal for you? Like, you've done all of these things. It's gotten you to the point where you are right now. What's the end game? What are we trying to achieve? What are we trying to reach for?
Get album nominations for Grammys. I want it all. I want it all. I want to do everything. I want to do some Broadway. I'm enjoying the space with television, with sci-fi. Superstition is out. House of Pain is coming back in 2018. Why was I about to say 16? I'm winding that clock back.
Yeah.
On OWN. Everything's been falling into place, but I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to earn my own Grammy as a vocalist.
Ain't nobody say nothing, but what's your male groupie game like?
My male groupie game.
Yeah, you got male groupies. Come on, who be in your DMs?
I think she got a man, though.
Well, I'm asking for the fellas, because fellas, if y'all see it, y'all gonna be like, oh, what's up with Shawty? Yeah, it was good.
Right.
Why did you have to turn into McGruff?
Yo, what's up with Shawty? It was good.
Nah, I appreciate compliments and I appreciate attention or whatever, but I am with somebody.
How long you been with dude?
Well, because, now, she was on Atlanta Housewives for...
If it ain't years,
No,
you
it was
got a
years.
shot.
30 years.
All
Are you still
right,
with the
well,
guy
then
that you
you
were
ain't-
with
ain't
on
nobody
Atlanta
got a shot.
Housewives? There was a guy she was dating on Atlanta
Why
Housewives.
you turning into McGraw?
I have a son.
Right.
He's 18, so he's like one of the men
What?
in my life. Yes.
Never.
You ain't got no
Yes.
18-year-old son.
Never. You look like a teenager.
Right.
Oh, bless you.
Never.
I feel my wings
I mean, not in a creepy way, but just you look like a teenager. Right.
All right, look, we wish you the best. You know what I'm
Nothing
saying?
to say.
Give me talk about your album
You gotta
before
let
you
people know
go.
about what you got going on so they can follow
yes,
you.
my album Officially Yours is out
You're
everywhere.
so dumb.
You can
can't
get
see
it
it, y'all.
everywhere, even on Tidal. Thank you so much for the support. You can follow me at Demi McKinney on Twitter, at Demetria, the number 4 real on Instagram, and everything else. Y'all, thank you so much. Y'all have been
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate
Oh
you.
my God.
All right, make sure y'all follow on Instagram and all of that and keep up with what's going on with Demetria. We're going to come right back, man. The G-Spot is up next.